Like, yeah, we mentioned this before, but one of the things that gets me is the fact that he's like, I don't really like thinking about fucking Lord of the Rings. Again, I don't remember the exact quote, and apparently it was taken partially out of context, so keep that in mind. But he basically was like, I just think, you know, you can't imagine the hobbits having sex, so it's not very realistic. And, you know, Aragorn, they just said that he was a good king and reigned for like 100 years and that he was good, but like, what was his tax policies? And I'm like, who gives a fuck? I don't. If I wanted to read about tax policies, I'd open up a government history book. I would open up a history book and like read about like politicians and be like, wow, I wonder what their tax policy was. If I wanted to read about sex, I would open up fucking whatever, wherever people go to read that stuff. I don't know. Like, or I guess I'd open up Game of Thrones, but I mentioned this before, I can't imagine anyone. I don't walk down the street and look at people and think, yeah, I can imagine them having sex. I can't imagine the hobbits having sex. I'm like, I don't want to imagine them having sex. Now that you've put it into my head, now I can imagine it, and I didn't want to. So you forced me. You forced this imagery into my head, and now I can't stop seeing it, and now I'm depressed.